As Jim, you may remember, as you as noted on Facebook, that as Elma was feeling clingy, and my response was dependency. Okay. Yes, I noticed it makes perfect sense as a perfect situation. So I thought of a song that I've sung before, which is Brecht and Kurt Weill's The Ballad of Dependency from Three Penny Opera. But this is a little different. We shall see. Here it goes. No, there's a man. See, I'm wrong tune on. Now there's a man, the living tool of Satan. He charges forth while others are debating, conniving, cocky knave with all the trimmings. I know one thing will trim him down, kitties. In kitties he meets deep authority. In them he feels his own dependency. He sniggers at the good book, mocks the prison prim, does anything for pay if it will pay. And since he knows what kitties do to him, he lifts them well out of his way. All through the day he swears good sense is leading. Then dusk descends and once again he's feeding. Fish better swim and birds better scat, 'cause they won't last long with a cat. Can't help loving that cat of mine. He's lugging bags of friskies, pans for food and boxes. Cats he knows are nothing short of foxes. He knows full well that all's not gold that glitters. He knows that that's not gold, it's litter. He can't resist their lush authority. Before him stands his old dependency. He harked the 10 Commandments, trod the tried and true, would godly being golden rule obey. For lunch ate frugally a salmon mousse, survived on one pure dog a day. He screamed, I've mastered, no regretting. Appears the moon, and once again he's petting. Cats, they're the smart ones, all right.
Have to take 9 lives to get it right. How smart is that?
Yeah, let's see. What's that, a white wallaby on your shoulder, Tom?
You got it, baby. White wallaby. I'm a white wallaby in my heart.
Yeah. He's kind of
I like
crowding you out.
I don't care. He can have the whole continent. He was here before me.
Okay. All righty. Well, let's move along to Jim then. I'm muting everybody.
All righty.
And we are now all ready. You'll need to unmute, Jim.
Am I unmuted now? All right. Got to get my cheat sheet out here. Spanish is the loving tongue, soft as music, light as spray. Was a girl I learned it from, somewhere down Sonora way. I don't look much like a lover, still I say her love words over, mostly when I'm all alone. Mi amor, mi corazón. Nights when she knew where I'd ride, she would listen for my spurs, fling the big door open wide, raise them laughing eyes of hers. and my heart would most stop beating when I heard her tender greeting, whispered soft for me alone, mi amor, mi corazón. Moonlight in the patio, old Senora nodding near, me and Juana talking low, so the madre could not hear. How those hours would go a-flying, and too soon I'd hear her sighing in her little sorry tone, adios, mi corazón. Never seen her since that night. I can't cross the line, you know. They want me for a gambling fight. Like it's not, it's better so. Yet I've always sort of missed her since the last night that I kissed her, broke her heart and lost my own. Adios, mi corazón.
Oh, very sweet, Jim. I see Anne Ricci has joined us. I think she's new. Are you new to us, Anne? There you are.
Hello.
Hi there. Did I see you on the Foxhole session?
Which one?
Foxhole? Maybe not. Okay, I just have that familiar folky look to you. Well, anyway, welcome to you. Here's Jeffrey Hall as well. What we do is we make a list of folks and just keep going around, and we mute everyone so one person can unmute and sing. So that's what we're going to do now in anticipation of Mary Jane Ford. So I'm going to mute everybody. And Mary Jane, it's all yours. Unmute, please, Mary Jane.
I'm going to do Jesus on the Main Line, which is a continuation of Jesus songs. I did one last week, so I thought I may as well do another one, but that'll probably be it for the Jesus songs. I don't really know that many. I know more gospel, regular gospel songs. But this one has a nice feel to it here, like whatever you want, all you have to do is ask. Now Jesus is on the main line, tell him what you want. Jesus is on the main line, tell him what you want. Jesus is on the main line, tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want. Well, the line ain't never busy, tell him what you want. Whoa, the line ain't never busy, tell him what you want. The line ain't never busy, tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want. Well, if you're sick and you want to get well, tell him what you want. If you're sick and you want to get well, tell him what you want. If you're sick and you want to get well, tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want. Tell him what you want. If you want your soul converted, tell him what you want. If you want your soul converted, tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want. Now if your soul's in danger, tell him what you want. If your soul's in danger, tell him what you want. If your soul's in danger, tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want. Now Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want.
Hey. Well, Jesus. Okay.
Did you say Jesus?
Now that we've all got religion, we'll move on to the politics, who I think are Mrs. iPhone here.
They're
Are you
missed.
there, Dave and Karen? Well, they may have left the room for a moment, so I guess I'll slide one in for me. Okay, well, somebody sang this one at a song session I was in on Wednesday, and it just reminded me how much I liked it, so I thought I'd do it myself. Woody Guthrie song. Oops, sorry. A little capo adjustment there. I ain't got no home, I'm just a rambling around. I'm just a wandering worker, I go from town to town. Police make it hard wherever I may roam. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. My brothers and my sisters are stranded on this road, a hot and dusty road that 1,000,000 feet have trod. Rich man took my home and he drove me from my door, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. I was farming on the shares, and I was always poor. My crops I laid unto the banker's store. My wife took down and died upon the cabin floor, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. I'm minding your minds and I'm gathered in your corn. I've been working, mister, since the day that I was born. I worry all the time like I never did before. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. As I look around, it's mighty plain to see this world is a great and funny place to be. The gambling man is rich and the working man is poor, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Thank you. So, Dave and Karen, are you back?
Don't look like it. Looks like a stair.
No, they've disappeared on us. Okay, in that case, let's go on to Tom.
Okay.
And I'll mute everybody. Ready for Tom?
Ready. It is raining right now in South Austin, and this is about where I live. Patricia's garden in the green tree heart of South Austin, where trees and shrubs and plant and grasses rise high in the rainy air this afternoon. There is a garden on Lansing, hay bales up close to the street, once bamboo fencing, now wild tall flowers dance in the South Austin air. I cycle between free libraries and we talk. Her landlady has just sold her property. She must leave her garden. So on instant message, she offers her garden to anyone who wants it. We come and gather flood-resistant flowers and plants. Spring rains and summer heats converge in Austin now. Patricia's garden has moved to as many other South Austin homes as she will move outside Austin and start again, making a garden into paradise, then being expelled by high rents and high rates of eviction. But in my garden, you've heard about the doves, the cardinals, and the grackles. They're not our only visitors. Beneath our soil, worms and fire ants imported dwell. Nocturnal visitors include a possum or two, a fox, feral cats, and a raccoon. They do not know they're being videoed as they prowl for what they seek, leaving only footprints, only being photographed, while they avoid all human beings. This I understand. We have a habit of disrupting natural fenceway. We also dispossess indigenous flora and fauna. Mind you, all these night visitors are anonymous. They're undocumented refugees from railway tracks and creek beds. When by moonlight I catch a splotch of movement in the bushes, I know our possum is alive and well. So many feral cats in Austin. One I know is Pirate Cat. He comes to steal our feral cat's food. Our neighbors built a cat house for him. He reigns supreme by daylight now, no need to stalk the shadows. One day, all our undocumented and homeless in Austin will also be allowed to integrate, and we shall boost the prospects of all gardens bright and green with all colors and all human beings. Thanks for listening.
Great. So you got all those visitors, but no white wallabies.
Oh, no, only on the screen. And remember, everything visual is a lie.
Oh, I see. So when you see my expanding tummy, it's probably fake news.
Yes, absolutely. We can fool ourselves first and then have to fool the world. Happy days.
All righty. So Anne, will you be prepared to give us a song or a reading or a poem or yes? Okay, I'm going to mute everyone. Then I'll let you know when it's time for you to unmute, okay? Muting. We're all ready now, so please unmute.
I don't think I've met any of you before on Zooms. Um, I've been on a couple of Irish ones. I'm actually from Scotland,
Aha.
Kirkcaldy in Scotland, near Edinburgh. So I will sing you a song written by an Englishman who now lives in Scotland. He's called Dave Goulder. It's called The January Man. Oh, the January man, he walks abroad in woolen coat and boots of leather. The February man still shakes the snow from off his hair and blows his hands. The man of March, he sees the spring, and he wonders what the year will bring, and looks for better weather. Through April rain, the man goes out to watch the birds come in to share the summer. The man of May stands very still, watching the children dance away the day. In June, the man inside the man is young, and he wants to lend a hand, and grins at each newcomer. And in July, the man in cotton shirt, he sits and thinks on being idle. The August man in thousands takes the road to see the sea and find the sun. September man is standing near to saddle up and leave the year, and autumn is his bridal. And the new October man takes up the reins, and early frost is on his shoulder. The poor November man sees fire and rain and wind and hail, and winter's gale. December man looks through the snow to let 11 brothers know that they're all a little older. And the January man comes round again in woolen coat and boots of leather, to take his turn again and walk along the icy road he knows so well. Oh, the January man is here for starting each and every year along the road forever.
Oh, what a lovely rendition of one of my old favorites. I had a cherished old LP of Bert Jansch, if that's how you pronounce him, you know, doing that.
Yep,
But who was the author?
Dave Goulder.
Ah, yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know. Yeah,
Dave Goulder, chat.
wonderful song.
So
Thank you so
many, yeah.
much.
It is a great song.
And
Well,
I think I see Karen. I
Yeah.
see part of Karen. Are you, Karen? Are you and Dave ready to give us a song, or what's going on over there at the Polychecks? You'll need to unmute because I can't hear you.
Hi, we are both here. We've been dealing with medical issues with pharmacy, and so we've been on the phone doing that, but we're ready to perform, and we want to do a duet.
Great.
And I don't know how we're going to actually do this.
Well, I'll
Hang on
start
just a minute.
muting everybody, and then you can work it out, okay?
David,
Yes.
you want your speaker on or my speaker on?
Okay, whenever you're ready, you can unmute.
Okay, hang on. I can't hear anything. Hang on just a second. Okay. Can you hear us? Is your speaker on? Are you muted or what? No.
I'm not using my phone.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm trying to see what's going on with your phone.
We can hear both of you pretty well.
Okay, great. So just a little bit about this song that we're going to do. I've used this tune as a setting for when I did the new Colossus by Emma Lazarus. And it's also been used by Richard Farina in his piece, A Swallow Song. But this, as far as I know, is the original. It's a Sephardic love song in Ladino.
14th century?
Probably 14th century or so.
13th.
Maybe. The words in Ladino, which is a variant of Spanish, translate roughly as, the rose blooms in the month of May, my soul is darkened, suffering from love. And the second verse is, the nightingales sing, sighing of love, passion is killing me and increasing my pain. And the third verse goes, come to me more quickly, my dove, come to me more quickly, my soul, because love is going to kill me. So that's a beautiful melody, lovely words, and it's called La Rosa Enflorece.
And we're going to have problems with the cameras. I don't know if you can see David, and I don't know what you see of me, but we'll see.
As long as we can hear you good.
Yeah, if you can hear. Wait. Count it down.
1, 2, 3, 4. La rosa enflorece en el mes de mayo, mi alma se escurece, sufriendo del amor. Mi alma se escurece, sufriendo del amor. Los pipelitos cantan, sufriendo del amor. La pasión me mata, muriendo a mi dolor. La pasión me mata, muriendo a mi dolor. Más presto ven paloma, más presto ven a mí, más presto tú mi alma, que yo me voy a morir. Más presto tú mi alma, que yo me voy a morir. La rosa enflorece en el mes
sufriendo del amor.
Mi alma se
Oscurece, sufriendo del amor.
Oh, I love that. And I've got my favorite new toy here, which is a minor key harmonica. I only wish I could have played along with you there for everyone to hear, because it really sounds nice on this. Anyway,
Wow,
I've been having lots of fun with this.
beautiful. I'm just waiting for the day when we can play together in person again
Yeah,
too.
well, it's coming. It's beginning to open up. And I've been on the AFTM website, I've been putting up notices of things as they get started again. There's not much yet. There's some folks in Lockhart who are getting together every week or so, I guess. But we're all, it turns out singing is the most dangerous thing you can do. So
It is, I know.
we're all a little gun shy yet, but if you watch AFTM, they'll, and in the meantime, we'll go to these things. Went to the, Paul Clark's folksal session on Wednesday, and I think there were over 30 people. It went on for a long time. We're a cozy little group, but that's fine too. So
That was a good one. It was good. I got to listen in and see you. It was good.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
great. And it allows me to do all the pieces I've already done for other groups.
It's good. It's good.
And hi, Mike in Seattle. Good to see you. And looks like we're up to Jeff Hall. Jeffrey Hall, are you with us? I am muting everyone and ready.
Hi, thanks. Good to see y'all. Well, the song that I practiced was a cowboy song, and it just doesn't seem like it would go with the with the kind of mood here right now. So I'm going to read a couple of short poems. They're very short. So this first one is called State of the Universe. Two forces rule the universe, light and gravity, said Simone Weil. Then why is it when I dream, I'm no longer in the dark? Why is it when I dream, I don't have to stay lying down? If I'm to live, I must believe physics is not the alpha and the omega. I must think dangerous thoughts. And this next one is called Summer Milky Way. More stars than space between. Perhaps all stars, continuous as filmy bakery paper pulled from a generous roll. No, chalk smeared halfway round the lecture hall till the moon rises, smiling at her work, sponging the blackboard sky. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Very fine. And I see Al Christians has joined us as well. Are you ready to do a song, Al, or?
No, I just finished my exercise. I'm in the middle of some medical process paraphernalia
Okay.
here, but I'll be done in about 5 minutes.
Okay, well, we'll take a breather and move on to Mike Haley. And I'm muting everybody. Mike, it's all yours.
I'll turn my video back on. I'm just eating my lunch, so I figured you didn't want to see me feeding my face. So I'm always blank on the first song, and then I get a list going. But let's go just with a good kind of fun. I got this from McClancy Brothers. The Maid of the Sweet Brown Now. A now is a hill or a knoll. Oh, come all ye lads and lasses, and listen to me a while. I'm going to sing a song for you, it'll cause you all to smile. It's all about a fair young lad, I'm going to tell you now, how we lately came a-courting of the Maid of the Sweet Brown Owl. Oh, said he, my pretty young thing, would you come along with me? We'll join our hands together, and it's married we will be. We'll join our hands with wedlock bands, you'll hear my plaintive vow, and I'll do my best endeavor for the Maid of the Sweet Brown Owl. Now this fair and fickle young thing, she knew not what to say. Her eyes did shine like diamonds bright, and merrily did play. She said, young man, your love subdue, for I'm not ready now, and I'll spend another season at the foot of the Sweet Brown Owl. Oh, said he, my pretty young thing, how can you answer so? Look down on yonder valley, where my crops do gently flow. Look down on yonder valley, where my horse and man and plow are at their daily labor for the Maid of the Sweet Brown Owl. Well, if they're at their daily labor, kind sir, it is not for me. I've heard of your behavior, I have indeed, said she. There is an inn where you call in, I've heard the people say, where you rap and you call and pay for all and go home at the break of day. Well, if I rap and I call and I pay for all the money it is me own, I'll never spend your fortune, for I hear that you have none. You thought you had me poor heart broken, speaking with me now. Well, I'll leave you where I found you, at the foot of the Sweet Brown Owl. Ooh, there you go. Thank you.
Very nice. Oh, you know, I didn't ask if David and Karen wanted to take another one and exercise the couples option, but it looks like they may have disappeared again. Oh, there's Karen.
We'd like to do the Yellow Rose of Texas, but David's in the kitchen. So can you come back right after this
Oh,
next
sure.
one?
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm just going to let Al give us the high sign when he's ready. So we'll come back to you in a sec. Where are we now? Background to Mark, maybe. Do you have another one for us, Mark? You're still muted, so I can't hear you. Yes?
I don't have a song, lucky for you, say, but I do have a cat story, of course.
Okay, we're always in a good meow for a cat story.
Okay.
Muting everyone. If my mouse will come back here, it occasionally gets chased off by a cat or something. Here.
Okay.
Okay, there it is.
All right.
Not yet. Hold on. Now we're ready for you to unmute.
This is called The Old Gumby Cat. And as you'll see what Gumby means very quickly, and it's not as a character on as children's religious as stuff on television. I have a Gumby cat in mind. Her name is Jenny Anydots. Her coat is of the tabby kind with tiger stripes and leopard spots. All day she sits upon the stair or on the steps or on the mat. She sits and sits and sits and sits, and that's what makes a Gumby cat. But when the day's hustle and bustle is done, then the Gumby cat's work is but hardly begun. And when all the family's in bed and asleep, she slips down the stairs to the basement to creep. She is deeply concerned with the ways of the mice. Their behavior's not good and their manners not nice. So when she has got them lined up on the matting, she teaches them music, crocheting, and tatting. I have a Gumby cat in mind. Her name is Jenny Anydots. Her equal would be hard to find. She likes the warm and sunny spots. All day she sits beside the hearth or in the sun or on my hat. She sits and sits and sits and sits, and that's what makes a Gumby cat. But when the day's hustle and bustle is done, then the Gumby cat's work is hard, but hardly begun. As she finds that the mice will not even keep quiet, she is sure it is due to irregular diet. Irregular diet. And believing that nothing is done without trying, she sets straight to work with her baking and frying. She makes them a mouse cake of bread and dried peas and a beautiful fry of lean bacon and cheese. I have a Gumby cat in mind. Her name is Jenny Anydots. The curtain cord she likes to wind and tie it into sailor's knots. She sits upon the windowsill or anything that's smooth and flat. She sits and sits and sits and sits, and that's what makes a Gumby cat. But when the day's hustle and bustle is done, then the Gumby cat's work is but hardly begun. She thinks that the cockroaches just need employment to prevent them from idle and wanton destroyment. So she's formed from that lot of disorderly louts a troop of well-disciplined, helpful Boy Scouts with a purpose in life and a good deed to do. And she's even created a Beatles tattoo. So for old Gumby cats, let us now give 3 cheers on whom well-ordered households depend, it appears. End.
Hip, hip, hooray.
So far, so good.
All righty. Well, I see Al is taking up his guitar. Are you ready to do one for us, Al? Yes? I'll mute everybody and we'll find out. All ready for you if you're ready for us.
Well, you get to hear me tune and string. Now, do I have any tuning jokes? Well, this is primarily for your benefit. Well, I got this song I've been working on. I should probably try to sing it for a friendly group like you before I try it on anybody else. It's not a real folk song. It's a fake folk song written by Irving Berlin. Would that pass here? Okay. I'll take off my glasses just so I can blame not being able to read the music here if I get anything wrong. Whoa. Whoa. Weary of roaming on, yearning to see the dawn, counting the hours till I can lay down my load. Weary, but I don't mind. Let's see what happens. Knowing that soon I'll find peace and contentment at the end of the road. The way is long and the close, a happy lark will be waiting at the end of the road. I can't go wrong, I must go right. I'm mine, 'cause my guiding light will be shining at the end of the road. There may be thorns in my path, but I'll wear a smile, 'cause in a little while my path will be roses. The rain may fall from up above, but I won't mind, 'cause the ones I love will be waiting at the end of the road.
Very nice. Thank you, Al.
Yeah, that can't be a folk song because I had it's published with ukulele chord diagrams, but they evidently they deleted the chord names from the chord diagrams because the diagrams are for the open strings of the ukulele. And when they deleted the chord names, they just put in a note, capo of the ukulele at the first fret. And besides that, it came out in E flat, and I didn't really want to sing it in E flat or try to learn how to play in E flat without a capo or put a capo on my guitar or any of that. So I had to write a computer program to translate the chord diagrams.
Oh my goodness!
I found out it had 17 chords in it.
Oh really? Oh my goodness!
Which makes it can't possibly be a folk song. Irving Berlin.
There are some websites that do that, but I've never been able to make them work really.
Anyway, Irving Berlin was way too professional to do a folk song, but he could do a counterfeit folk song very well. But it's obviously a counterfeit folk song. But it's sold as a folk song in the movie it appeared in 1929.
Well, since I've been researching folk songs, I've come to believe that 3/4 of what we think are folk songs are not.
Oh, right. I mean, there's.
But you know, we're happy. We do anything here.
Right. You know, you can do. I saw some paper or another that looked into our folk songs, really folk songs, and you know, it said like the Blue Sky Boys showed up at Newport, and they were considered great folk song singers because they did unusual old folk songs like "Are You From Dixie," which was really like a Tin Pan Alley tune from 1916, and you know, the Bully of the Town, old fiddle tune. That was written by a San Francisco sports writer in 1894. And
yeah, just remember that broadsides were the Tin Pan Alley of the 15th century. So it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, right.
It's folks that are singing it. It's folk songs.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Louis Armstrong.
You're exactly
never
right,
heard a horse sing it, so it must be a folk song. Yeah. Okay, Jim, can you give us another? I'll mute everyone. Whoops, wrong button. Hold on. Here we go. Muting all. All ready for Jim.
All right, I'll do an old favorite. 'Twas down by Brannigan's Corners one morning I did stray. I met a fellow rebel, and to me he did say, "We've orders from our captain to assemble at Dunbar, but how are we to get there without a motor car?" "Oh, Barney dear, be of good cheer, I'll tell you what we'll do. The specials, they are plentiful, though the IRA are few. We'll send a wire to Johnson to meet us at Stranraer, and we'll give the boys a bloody good ride in Johnson's motor car." Now when Dr. Johnson heard the news, he soon put on his shoes. He said, "This is an urgent case, there is no time to lose." He then put on his castor hat, and on his breast a star. You could hear the din all through Glenfin of Johnson's motor car. Ah, but when he got to the railway bridge, the rebels he saw there. Now Johnson knew the game was up, for at him they did stare. He said, "I have a permit to travel near and far." "To hell with your English permit, we want your motor car." What will my loyal brethren say when they hear the news? My car, it has been commandeered by the rebels at Dunluce. We'll give you a seat for it, all signed by Captain Marr. And when Ireland gets her freedom, boy, you'll get your motor car. Well, they put that car in motion and filled it to the brim with guns and bayonets shining, which made El Johnson grim. And Barney hoisted a Sinn Féin flag that fluttered like a star. And we give the boys a bloody good ride in Johnson's motor car.
Very nice. And here, very nice. Okay, not echoing. So here's some folk music trivia, which of course, anytime David Polachek's around, no one hopes to win. But can you name a famous Mexican folk song that refers to an automobile? Or at least the one I'm thinking about. Surely, Dave, you know the answer to that one. You don't? Oh my God, I've stumped Dave Polachek. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar, porque no tiene, porque la falta marihuana que fumar. And the cucaracha in the song actually refers to Pancho Villa's old car, which gave up somewhere on the campaign trail, and someone wrote that song about it. So it's a fun little song too. Always liked it.
Homer and Jethro did one called the Tijuana Taxi.
The Tijuana Taxi, huh?
And then I'd heard.
There are many other songs about cars. I'm sure we could go a whole session with them. Okay, that was Jim. So Mary Jane, you want to give us a song?
Sure.
Muting. Ready.
Okay, I'm going to do I Am Willing by Holly Near. me on to the light of change. May the children see more clearly. May the elders be more wise. May the winds of change caress us, even though it burns our eyes. I am open and I am willing to be hopeless. Would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. Give me a mighty oak to hold my confusion. Give me a desert to hold my fears. Give me a sunset to hold my wonder. Give me an ocean to hold my tears. I am open and I am willing to be hopeless. Would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change.
Very nice, Mary Jane. Thank you.
And thank you very much.
Oh, and Dave and Karen are ready to do another one for us. You're actually next up on the rotation anyway, but you know, we're losing track. So when we get to encores, you can do as many as you want, but we'll turn it over to Karen and Dave now. Muting all. All ready?
So this.
Yes, I see two faces of Dave and a lot of echoing.
Hello? You need to do this different.
You can be in a chair. I don't need a chair. What's wrong?
Okay, so this is a unusual version of the Yellow Rose of Texas, played as they do it in Round Peak, North Carolina. Recorded in the 20s by DaCosta Walsh's Southern Broadcasters. Doesn't sound like the usual version of the Yellow Rose of Texas, but when you go to old time sessions, this is the way they usually play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. The yellow road in Texas that I am going to see. There ain't no other fellow that loves just like me. When I get back to Austin, how happy I will be with the yellow rose of Texas setting on my knee. She's the sweetest rose color this poor boy ever knew. Her eyes are like diamonds, they sparkle like the dew.
I'm sorry, I just realized I didn't mute, so I was probably walking all over you there. I apologize. So we'll get you, we'll let you have another freebie. So I'm going to now turn it over to Tom, the World Poet. So I'm muting everybody. Ready for Tom, if he's still, there's Tom, yeah.
Absolutely, yes. This is the more of South Austin sagas, ancient history as of today. Smart Homes of South Austin. It's his first day on the job. He's new to Austin, told to avoid the poverty of duplexes. He is young and bright and hungry and smiling. He's out to seek out homeowners to sell them security, not window cladding, not charity, just protection. I point to our neighbors. That's our security. He has yet to learn that neighbors in South Austin barrios are vigilant against burglars and thieves and trespassers. They share sightings of suspicious transients and watch from their windows at the joggers and walkers and cyclists and cars. He listens to me, then asks where he should be. I point out the new future slums and McDonald's mansions replacing single-family homes. All solo folk employed in corporations, all unaware of the community they have bought into. I trust he makes a fortune because they do. I tell him that Amazon annexed Austin, leaving Del Valley for Tesla. After Amazon ate MGM, old movies stream forever. Amazon is in his prime despite adulteries and scandals, despite no breaks for employees, despite union busting. Amazon now owns Austin, has bought the land on which all homeless camp, and built high-rise parking garages for the rich who can afford to annex Little Austin as part of big corporate plans. The convention center now stands between Denny's and IHOP. Austin is now just another franchise. Buy the lot, lot by lot. Bye-bye. Happy days. Real estate.
Yeah, that's the state of Austin. Thank you.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
So true, David. So true.
So,
That was really
Ann,
good, Tom.
And if you have another one for us, I will mute everyone. I'm hoping you will. All ready for you. Yes.
Sorry. I'll sing a traditional song which mentions a silkie. I don't know if you know the ancient idea that it could be a man on the land, but a silkie in the sea. This is called the Great Silkie. Unearthly sits and sings, and she sings ballily win. Little can I my burdens feather, far less the land that he bides in. For he came one night to her bed fit, and a grumly guest, I'm sure was he, saying, give to me my little wee son, and you tuck up thine nurse fee. I am a man upon the land, and I'm a silky in the sea, and when I'm far and far free land, my home it is in Sioux Skerry. And he has ta'en a purse of gold, and he has thrown it on her knee, saying, I will take my little wee son and teach him how to swim the sea. And it'll come to pass on a summer's day, when the sun shines bright on every stain, I'll come and take my bonny wee son, and teach him how to swim the fame. And you will marry a proud gunner, and a very proud gunner I'm sure he'll be, and the very first shot that he fires will kill both my young son and me. I am a man upon the land, and I am a silky in the sea, and when I'm far and far free land, my home it is in Sioux Skerry. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we all know Silky's here. We see him in the Gulf of Mexico.
The Night on the Land.
Yeah, lovely song, man. Thank you. And how about Jeff Hall? You gonna do another one, Jeff? I'll mute everyone and see what happens here already.
That was beautiful, Anne. Thank you. Okay, I will read a love poem. It's called Our Ford 8N Tractor. Ford produced hundreds of thousands of red and gray Model 8N tractors in the 1940s and 50s. Ours is special. It is not the only one in Greenbrier County to have dragged an overturned truck hood piled with manure from horse barn to garden. Our Ford 8N is not the only one to have wintered under a 100-year-old tin-roofed chestnut garage next to a goat paddock. Our Ford 8N tractor was not the only 8N to have dragged black locust logs from hillside to hill for a bunch of idealistic hippies But our Ford 8N was the only one I barked my knuckles on rebuilding the carburetor, and I trust our Ford 8N still putters across the brown dirt of Greenbrier County. Thank you.
Oh, that was great, Jeff. Thank you. Okay. Well, Al Christians, are you still there? Would you like to take another one? Oh, is he? There he is. Okay. Would you like to do another one, Al?
Well, it's, yeah.
Okay, in that case,
in
that case, I'm muting everyone
Okay.
and ready for you to unmute.
Yeah, I just ran downstairs to get this book. It's Katie Lee's book of cowboy songs here. And it's got this Talking Blues, the subdivided cowboy in it, which Tom's recitation reminded me of. It's a Talking Blues. Worked half my life on the old home spread till one cold day, my dad, he said, I'm too broke to move and too old to ride, so we'll sell the cows and subdivide. Well, I just put up and quit. I loaded my pickup with all that I had. Most of the stuff belonged to Dad. Went looking for a roost that I ain't found yet. The old home place is 100 ranchettes. I got the subdivided blues. Got a job chasing cows on the double cross. A couple days later, here comes the boss. And he says, son, I'm sorry, but here's your pay. We put her in escrow yesterday. He sold to McCulloch. On the banks of the Santa Cruz, somebody said I could get 200 board in bed. Them steers was mean and the mesquite thick, and the owner was good at arithmetic. He figured his capital gains. Come home from Nogales, sort of drunk, found an adios letter on my bunk. Before I could settle that tired old Ford, I got a subpoena from the zoning board. I thought Gulf American made gasoline. I heard Apache County still grew cows, and there I'd stick. I'd made my vows. Pretty soon the straw boss said to me, this here's a planned community. $99 down, and I only had 41. Cochise, Scram, and Gia too. I looked for the jobs and I got a few, but every time I'd immigrate, they'd sell the place to a syndicate. Couldn't even get my socks unpacked. Wore out 12 tires on my sorry old truck. Everybody said I was out of luck. Them dudes pay cash for this mesquite, so raising cows is obsolete. Everybody wants a 2.5-acre rancho. Worked for the Indians quite a spell, chasing tribal herds all over hell. I figured I'd not have to roam, but they leased the range for summer homes. I ought to have been a carpenter. My dad said, son, it sure is a pity. Me and Mom like it here in Sun City. Why can't you find a place to land? You'd make some feedlot a first-rate hand. That tore it. My pride was broken, my pickup bent, and every cent I'd made was spent. Wickerburg was the end of the rope. Wrangling dudes, I'd lost all hope, but the dudes weren't bad. I showed them Pilgrim's Wild Game sign and served them beans in the barbecue line. I'd have stayed, but the owner went into building homes for retirement. He said it's the common thing.
Al, that's wonderful. That makes Austin look like a repeat of the past. Thank you so much. It's happening here. Well done.
You know, they're those fine folk songs. I love them.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That was Al. Mike, would you like to do another one? Are you still here?
No.
Oh, Mike's disappeared. That's too bad. If I was a little faster, I would have caught him.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess, are we all the way around again? little early, but why don't we just call for, oh, I can do one. Let me do one.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a murder ballad and blues, which has been around forever practically, and done by blues singers and jazz bands and rock and roll people. And it's a genuine old murder ballad called Staggerly, sometimes spelled like Staggerly, but it's always pronounced Staggerly. And this is the version, more or less, that Lloyd Price did on the radio in the 50s. I want to mute everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little off my game here. So Lloyd did this in the 50s, and it really rocks. But so I've taken Lloyd's version and added a little bit from Mississippi John Hurt, and a little bit from Lightning Hopkins, and a little bit from me. And here's how it came out. I hope I got the right harmonica for this. We'll find out. Yeah, that works. Well, the night was clear and the moon was yellow, and the leaves came tumbling down. Now, remember, you have a part in this. During the verses, you can sing, roll, roll staggerly, roll staggerly, roll staggerly. And then in between the verses, if you want, you can do dot, da, dot, da, dot, dot. So that's your part. I'll start over again. The night was clear and the moon was yellow, and the leaves came tumbling down. Oh, I was standing on the corner when I heard my bulldog bark. He was barking at the two strangers gambling in the dark. It was Staggerly and Billy Lyons, two men who gambled late. Staggerly threw a 7, Billy swore that he threw 8. Yeah, I lost my cheat sheet too. I'll see if I can get through it. Well, Staggerly, he told Billy Lyons, I can't let you go with that. You done took all my money and my brand new Stetson hat. Well, Staggerly, he went home and he got his 44. He said, I'm going to the barroom to pay that debt I owe. Staggerly went to the barroom and he stood at the barroom door. He said, nobody move, and he pulled his 44. But staggerly shot Billy. You know it hurt that poor boy so bad that the bullet went right through him and it broke the bartender's glass. Well, tell me, Mr. Policeman, can it be? You done arrested everybody but that cruel Stagger Lee. Now, gentlemen of the jury, well, what do you think of that? Stagger Lee shot Billy Lyons for a $5 Stetson hat. Roll Stagger Lee, roll Stagger Lee, roll Stagger Lee, roll Stagger Lee. He's a mean, mean man, that cruel, cruel Stagger Lee. Forgive me a little roughness there, but it's a fun song. Okay, would anyone like to take an encore?
We got one.
Yeah.
Okay, Mary Jane, I think had her finger in the air first. So I'm gonna mute everybody. We'll have Mary Jane, then we'll have Tom. Ready, Mary Jane? Please unmute Mary Jane.
I'm going to do Hang Me, Oh Hang Me, which I learned from Dave Van Ronk, but I think it was a traditional song before he did it. And it's also sort of a murderous ballad. You can't really tell what this guy did, but he's getting hanged for it, whatever he did. Hang me, oh hang me, I'll be dead and gone. Hang me, oh hang me, I'll be dead and gone. I wouldn't mind the hanging, but the laying in the grave so long. Poor boy, I've been all around this world. I've been all around Cape Girardeau, parts of Arkansas. I've been around Cape Girardeau, parts of Arkansas. Got so goddamn hungry, I could hide behind a straw. Poor boy, I've been all around this world. Went up on the mountain, there I made my stand. Went up on the mountain, there I made my stand. Rifle on my shoulder and a dagger in my hand. Poor boy, I've been all around this world. Hang me, oh hang me, I'll be dead and gone. Hang me, oh hang me, I'll be dead and gone. Wouldn't mind the hanging, but the laying in the grave so long. Poor boy, I've been all around this world. Put the rope around my neck me up so high. Put the rope around my neck, hang me up so high. Last words I heard him say, won't be long before you die. Poor boy, I've been all around this world. Hang me, oh hang me, I'll be dead and gone. Hang me, oh hang me, I'll be dead and gone. Wouldn't mind the hanging, but the laying in the grave so long. Poor boy, I've been all around this world.
Yeah, well hung.
Yeah, terrific.
Well hung. Hung up.
Great. Thank you, Mary
Excellent.
Jane.
Hanging out.
And muting and moving along to Tom. We're muting. Ready for Tom.
The state government of Texas recently did not legalize marijuana, which allows everyone, every musician, of course, more access to it so they can be illegal. Here we go. MDMA for PTSD. Self-medication. We all do it. Stimulate with caffeine and green tea. Sedate and sleep with chamomile. Use herbs for healing and happiness. Our elders in the 60s dosed on LSD, mescaline for their vision work. Native Americans use peyote in religious ceremonies. Bikers in Texas use amphetamines. Executives use cocaine. In the slums, it's crack. Everybody's got a drug to alter their metabolism. That's that. Me, I'm a metformin addict. For decades now, add to that lisinopril, pioglitazone, Jardiance, pravastatin with extra CQ10 for side effects. Displacement means instead of a cure, a continuous expensive treatment. Managed care rather than proactive healing. Pills and potions rather than natural panaceas. So the CIA used LSD. Marijuana in Texas is displaced by CBD. My dealer is CVS. And the industry of human happiness is largely self-sedating, self-sustaining, and self-medicating, like all wonderful musicians. Get fucked.
You want a green tea, please?
Green tea, yeah, green tea is legal.
Yeah, some of us use banjos. Yeah.
Deliverance.
Anyone else for an encore? Al, okay, I'll mute everybody. Just hang on. Now you can unmute. Al, you need to unmute when you're ready here.
Okay, unmuted again. Yeah, so you played that Yellow Rose of Texas the way we used to play it with Phil and Ernie back in Dallas in the 70s. And I should play another one we used to play there, the Mississippi Sawyer. Come on, fingers.
Yeah, great old fiddle banjo tune. Yeah. Okay, anybody else for an encore?
If anybody knows the Curly Ray Klein version that Phil and Ernie used to play with a different second part with the real chopping noises, I'd love to hear that again.
Oh, I'm not sure I know that. Dave might.
I think he goes to a G where usually you go to an A on the second part. He goes back and puts in the bam 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 on the double stops in the G chord instead of on the second part.
I don't know if Dave is just tuning or if he's going to give us a tune.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
This is called Darling Corey.
Oh, let me mute everyone first. Dave, sorry, muting. Unmute, please, Dave.
Wake up, darling Corey. What makes you sleep so sound? Vampire officers come in, wanna take your still house down. First up, darling Corey, and go fetch me my gun. But I am man for trouble, but trouble just now begun. I must see darling Corey, she was sitting on the banks of the sea, with arms wrapped around her and a banjo on her away, Corey, with a hanging around my head. Ruined my body, pretty women have killed me. Wake up, darling Corey, oh, do the best that you can. I found another woman, go and hunt you another man. Oh yes, my darling, I will do the best that I can. But I'll never give my pleasure to another gambling man. And bluebirds singing, don't you hear that mournful sound? They're preaching Corey's funeral in the lonesome graveyard. Oh, dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay down in Corey. Wake up, darling Corey, makes you sleep so sound. And officers gonna tell you who still has ground.
Wonderful version. Very
Yeah,
good.
that was really good.
What
Was
was
that
what
in-
was the banjo tuning, Dave?
Well, it was capoed up. If you leave the capo off, it would be from the first string down, D, A, G, D.
Oh,
And the fifth string would be a A.
uh-huh. Okay, yeah. So it's like an F tuning, kind of capoed up. Yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute. That wasn't. What key? You're saying that was an F?
No,
No,
it was
it's actually
actually
E.
in E.
We were in E, but it was a D
Yeah.
tuning.
Yeah.
Had
Yeah.
a
D
capoed up.
tuning. Yeah, that makes sense. D tuning with that drop fifth.
I've been trying to learn how to play that on the viola. I think E actually would be not too bad on a viola. It might be the easiest key to play it in on a viola.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anybody else with an encore?
Yes.
All right, Tom. I am muting everybody. Muting, tooting, all that stuff, and ready for you.
This is for the musicians. As you know, musicians have a high mortality rate. And Austin, of course, has a very high mortality rate because we've got more musicians. This is called Remembrance of Musicians in the Memorials of Austin. We are all opening up to each other again, but some are closing down. Musicians of Austin, poets, artists leaving their skin. Scott Lanningham of Tres Musicos and Church on Monday, a selfless, supportive, kind, giving, loving guy. He came to Austin from Dallas, toured with Chris Cross, Alejandro Escovedo, and Kat Edmondson. He recorded Moose in My House and hosted the podcast Saint Radio. He was pivotal in the Fredonia Band and was the father of 8 children. He worked at IBM for many years and graduated from UT with a degree in radio and television. My friend performed at a benefit for his wife and children. His leaving was totally unexpected. Only 61 cycles round one sun, and so much love and skills to share with everyone. Long live Scott Lanningham. Okay, he's a drummer.
That was a fine tribute. I did not know him. The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, well, you have known Chris Cross. He worked with Chris Cross in the Fredonia Band, and
Oh,
Alejandro
yeah.
Escovedo, toured with him, and Kat Edmondson, you probably know her.
Mhm.
So long live music and stay alive, please.
Oh, we just keep coming.
I can make chili, I can make lasagna, I can make stroganoff, I can make.
Okay, glad you
didn't-
make stroganoff.
I did not hear that, but one more call for encores.
Want the meat in it? Yeah.
Meat in your meat.
I hear Karen saying something, but I'm not making it out.
You want meat in your stroganoff.
We're planning dinner.
Oh, take some for me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we must be ready for our goodbye song, unless
Yeah.
somebody else wants to slip one in. All right, here's the goodbye song. Oh, wrong button. Okay, let's see if I can get it right this time. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing the song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you. till we meet again. Some trails are happy ones, other trails are blue. It's the way you ride the trail that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. So,
Oh, you're too late. You're too late.
Yay!
Thank you, Terry. Thank you, everybody.
yeah, thank you. We hope to see you tomorrow at the Celtic session.
Yeah,
Also 2:00 Central Daylight Time.
it's all good.
Same time, different day.
Poetry first, music second. Long live us.
Yes, yes. Okay. See you all soon.
Bye. Thanks for now.
Yeah.
Hi,
Thank you so
everybody.
much for coming, Ann. We were very glad to have you.
Delightful work, Anne. Delightful.
Yeah.